So it's that time of year again on my channel where we're getting a bunch of new releases and they're going to be starting to pour in soon. You're going to start seeing probably 2 or 3 new releases a week, most likely. We actually, over the next 2 days, have 2 brand new ones. Today we're going to be talking about the brand new one from Valentino. I was waiting for this for the last 2 weeks. It took freaking forever to get here. But this is Valentino Uomo, born in Roma, green extravaganza. A mouthful. So that's what we're talking about today, doing my first impressions. So without further ado, let's get it. What's good, my great smelling dudes? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I really appreciate you guys. You guys don't understand how much you mean to my channel, so thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it, especially coming here and sitting there listening to me talking about another first impression of a brand new release here in 2024. Obviously, we're on the road to 10,000 subscribers. I really appreciate you guys. If you could hit the like and subscribe button, all that good stuff, so that we can get straight into a first impression of this. I just got it in the mail. I'm going to take the tape off here. Give me 1 second. Woo! This is, so I said take the tape off because obviously I got a decant. This is Valentino Uomo, born in Roma, green extravaganza. I am being smarter about my fragrance purchases this year. Last year when it came to designers, I picked up, so there was 43 brand new releases, if I can remember correctly. I tried 40 of them. 34 of those were full bottle purchases, and 6 of those I got by decant. There's only 2 other ones that I want to try that I haven't yet, and L'Eau d'Issy Vetiver and CH Men Passion. Those are the only 2 that I didn't try that I want to try. With that said, that was just stupid. I ended up selling over half of the ones that I bought last year because I didn't like them. And so I could have spent that on better designers that I was looking forward to buying, or niche fragrances that are on my top 10 niche pickups. With that said, this year, I do have a list of fragrances I tried last year that I want to pick up. I just picked up Virgin Island Water. That just arrived yesterday. Sospiro Vibrato, I just picked that up. That's on the way. So I'm going to be picking those up, as well as if there is a mass haul of new releases coming out, I will obviously pick and choose which ones I want to blind buy full bottles, like Le Beau, Stronger With You, those new ones that are coming out. I'm definitely picking up full bottles of those. The Boss of Scent Elixir, I already did that. But for ones that I'm either meh or I know I won't like, I'm going to get decants of them or try them in the store, including this one. This is Valentino Uomo, born in Roma, green extravaganza. So as far as the line's concerned, I blind bought all the rest of them, and I like them all. So I'm glad I blind bought all of those. Those were kind of like a lucky. I knew I was going to like it because this line's pretty decent across the board. The original, it won a contest that me, my wife, and my daughter did. It was a blind box that we got from Sephora, and this ended up winning. It's kind of like this salty mineralic fragrance that has a nice bubblegum texture to it. Really, really enjoy that fragrance. The first one I ever picked up, I have my name on the cap. It is Valentino Yellow Dream. This is pretty much like a pineapple upside down cake with a touch of this gingerbread spice. Then we had Valentino Coral Fantasy. I ended up selling that to one of my subscribers because you either need Coral Fantasy or Yellow Dream. Coral Fantasy is just like red candied apple mixed together with a touch of tobacco and spice. That's pretty much the whole fragrance. It smells very nice. It's just I like Yellow Dream just a tad bit more, and they're very like, you wear them in the same situation. So I sold that one because I didn't need it. And then my favorite from the line, either this or the Eau de Toilette. This is the Intense. It came out last year. It is pretty much just take pieces of every single one of the fragrances in the line. The Eau de Toilette, it has that bubblegum, slightly salty vibe. That's in here. The vanilla from Yellow Dream. That's in here. A fruity vibe, kind of like Coral Fantasy. That's in here. So you just mix that all up and then make it a little bit more mass appealing. And that's what you have with this. This is going to be the most wearable one from the line outside of maybe the Eau de Toilette, but it's a very mass appealing scent. I really enjoy it. It's definitely slightly youthful. I would say probably ages 15 to 35 would be the age range. I'm already above that and I like it. So, and then Rock Stud Noir came out last year. I didn't try that. People said it was not very good, so I was just like, whatever. I'll try it at some point, but people said this kind of smells like it. But anyway, so we're talking about Green Extravaganza by Valentino. Sorry, I just wasted so much of your time talking about that, but I'll put a timestamp so you guys can fast forward to it. That's okay. You can smell right off the top here. You can smell there's a slight green tone, but it's not as green as I was expecting it to be. I mean, when you call it Green Extravaganza, it's Stravaganza, not Extravaganza, but kind of means the same thing. It kind of has this synthetic coffee tone in the opening with a decent amount of vetiver, a little bit of spice, a slight green edge, and then there's something else in there. There's like this almost, it smells almost absinthe. You know what this kind of reminds me of? So the first like 2 seconds, I actually kind of liked it. But as I was smelling it, it was already starting to fade to something different. But when I first sprayed it on, it smelled like this. Yellow Dream with a slight like green and coffee edge to it. But after about 2 seconds, so I mean, don't even get that in your head. After about 2 seconds, it still does have vibes of Yellow Dream, but it kind of is reminding me of less like a poorer blended Polo Red Parfum. It has this synthetic coffee note, but a little bit of like a slight fruity spice to it. Yeah, like because this has this like weird fruit, this unique fruity spice. I mean, you can definitely tell it's a Born in Roma flanker, but I can already tell off first spray, this is not going to be everybody's favorite. This is my least favorite from the line, just based on the opening sprays here. Yeah, it's kind of all over the place here. Little bit of vetiver, a little bit of coffee, but in the beginning there was like a decent amount of coffee with a nice sweetness, but it changed after 2 seconds. Maybe a little bit of a citrusy tone. So it kind of smells like this citrusy coffee opening that has a slight fruity backbone. But now it's almost like, it smells like Polo Red Parfum if it was poorer blended, didn't have that blood orange, and you substituted it for this like fruity citrusy mixture that I can't tell what it is. Maybe bergamot. But that is dissipating super fast. So what I'm going to do is, unfortunately, I'm going to give you guys about 30 minutes. Come back, well, you're going to give me 30 minutes, and I'm going to come back, let you know a little bit about what we get into the dry down. Hopefully it goes back to that opening 2 seconds, but I have a feeling it's not going to. So yeah, I'll be right back. All right, guys, we are back. We are talking about Valentino Uomo, Born in Roma, Green Extravaganza. So, unfortunately, the opening 2 to 3 seconds is the best part of this fragrance. When you first spray it on, it has this kind of bergamot coffee mixture with a slight fruity backtone. That was actually quite nice. The coffee was actually kind of nice for that first 3 seconds. I even smelled it. And if you look back and you see my face, I'm just like, and then it was like my face changed super quick. I had to go back and watch it for a second. But I mean, this isn't terrible by any means, but after that first 3 seconds, it's kind of almost, it has this kind of almost powdered absinthe. And I don't think there is absinthe in here, but there could be, because it does smell very similar to that Polo Red Parfum, but like the dry down, but like it has a slight green and spicy edge. It doesn't know what it's doing. And then there's like this kind of synthetic coffee note that's just lingering underneath it. And then a wallop of vetiver and spice. But after about 25 minutes, so about 5 minutes ago, I can tell you it's like the coffee is all but gone. This green edge is all but gone. Any of that citrus was gone after 5 minutes. That slight fruity tone was gone after 5 minutes. And you're almost left with like this powdered, slightly green edge that smells like it doesn't know what it's doing. It's very poor blended, and it has like a lot of vetiver. And the vetiver is not good. The vetiver is just like, it's not like you would get from like L'Odyssey vetiver, I'm guessing, or Tom Ford's Gray vetiver Parfum. It's not that type of vetiver. This is definitely like low-end designer vetiver that it's just not good. This fragrance I would give maybe, I mean, again, it's not great. It's not horrible. I could see some people possibly liking this, but this is going to be just an average fragrance across the board. You're not going to get compliments with it. And if you do, it's going to be just because you're wearing a fragrance and people think like it's okay. I had my wife smell it, and she gets the same thing. She said, "What does that smell like?" "It kind of smells like one you got last year." And I said, "Yeah, right? It smells like a..." She goes, "But it's not very good." I said, "Yeah." She goes, "It's like a very powder. I can't understand it." I said, I feel the same way. As a reviewer, somebody who's been doing this for a few years, I can't understand what exactly is going on with this green extravaganza. I can. I just explained it to you, but it's a weird, powdery, funky, weird dry down. I don't know. I'm not going to talk much more about it. Green extravaganza, I mean, it smells like a Born in Roma, but it smells like a Born in Roma that's been thrown in the trash. I don't really like the fragrance. Has a slight green edge, a lot of vetiver, but very low-end synthetic vetiver. Opening 3 seconds is really good. When you first spray this on, you're going to go, wow, that's actually kind of nice. Still synthetic, but synthetic's not necessarily bad if used correctly, because a lot of designers use synthetics. That's fine. Even niche use synthetics, but Green Extravaganza doesn't compare. It's my least favorite in the line. So now I definitely am not going to try Rock Stud Noir. If you're looking for a coffee fragrance, you're not getting it with this. If you're looking for a citrus fragrance, you're not getting it with this. If you're looking for a green fragrance, you're not really getting it with this. If you're looking for a weird, powdery, funky fragrance with a lot of vetiver that is very good, that's what you're getting with this fragrance. Let me know if you've tried it, what you guys think about it. I will do a full review after wearing through all 3 milliliters of the decant. And again, I'll be back with another one. Thank you guys for sticking through. Peace out.